Man. I think my shit live. I don't know. I have technical difficulties. What's up? What's up? Sweeney, what's the deal? I'm gonna send you the link, man. I had to figure this shit out. I had to figure it out without a record deal, man. Well, yeah, Sweeney, I'm about to send you the link. I sent you the link, Sweeney. Megabits. What's the deal, player? Drees, can you hear me?
Yes.
What up, man?
Yeah, man, it's about to switch over to my laptop, man.
Man, you gotta switch over to your laptop, man.
So y'all can see the new apparel.
All right. Yeah, man, I'm trying to figure this shit out, man. This shit crazy. I don't know how many people we can put in here. Hey, Sweeney, I sent that link to you, man. Supposed to have your boy on tonight. Nate the Great. Ask Nathaniel. WT, yeah.
No, man.
Shit. Hey, check the link, the main. What's up, my brother?
What's up? You know what's up? What's good with you? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well. What's the deal, Peppy?
Sweeney.
All right.
Sweeney. You gotta get you one, man. You seeing this? You gotta get you one, man.
Yeah, I get you one, Sweeney.
Get what?
Right here, man.
Oh, yeah, where I get it? Where I get it from?
I'm gonna send you the link after the show, man. Just remind me.
All right.
What you, oh, look at us with that tight t-shirt on.
I wear clothes proportional to
Oh
my body.
man,
Yeah, I see.
just thinking about that party in November. Woo!
November. You going to
Yeah,
November coming up?
yeah. I plan to go back down there next month in September. So I'll be there in November. I'll be there. I'll be there from when I get down there in September. My plan is to stay there until like April or May.
Oh,
okay.
I'm trying to duck the winter time. I'm trying to duck the winter time.
Word. All right. That's what's up, man. You know, you be moving around so much, man. We don't know where you at, man.
Yeah. I'll drop a line, let y'all know where I am.
Yeah, they asking is you in Medellin or what's the deal?
I'm in Pennsylvania right now. I had a death in the family earlier this summer, so I came up here,
Yeah.
stick around family for a bit. So I'm gonna come because I know I ain't next time I won't be back up here for a long time. Probably like years if I do come back up here. So this is it for me, my last tour of duty in Pennsylvania.
How you gonna leave the states like that, man? You got all these females here, man. They here for you, man.
I'll be back between Atlanta and Columbia. So
yeah, I'm trying to see the different. Y'all see the screen changing?
yeah.
Yeah, this called Scream Labs, man. You know, YouTube they shut down the Hangouts, man. The Hangouts was my shit. It was easy to work.
Oh
This looked
boy.
pretty easy too, but I had to go through all kind of shit to figure this shit. Yeah. Y'all get ready for that football, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It
Who
should be
you
fun.
who you with?
You know, I'm an Eagles fan. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. Ain't mad at you. Y'all got y'all first Super Bowl in. It's time for us birds to get out, man. You know.
Yeah, man. For a long time, the Steelers been getting them Super Bowl rings. So here on the eastern part of PA, they've been clowning the Eagles. They're like, yo, we got this Pittsburgh Steelers got so many rings. When y'all gonna get yours?
That's right. I see Raiders Nation in the house. Hey Andre, man, I'm using the Scream Yard. I think O'Shea was using this
Yeah,
shit too. What's good,
yeah. I was
Dre?
just trying to. Now, we're just trying to figure out exactly what screen yours is. Was that something that popped up while you was going through YouTube, or what?
Yeah, man. I just started searching the free shit, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people use that OBS. You know, I ain't got no money, man. I ain't got no bread, so I'm dealing with the Matrix picks, man.
Right. See how screen share works on it.
See how what?
Screen share works on it.
Screen share. Oh, okay. Uh yeah, they do got a screen share. Go ahead, try it out. You got it on your side too?
Yeah. I'm trying to put something on camera to see how it works.
This is actually better than Hangouts, man, because you can see what the room talking about.
StreamYard.com. Let me write that down. Somebody.
So what's the deal, man? What's up with these matrix chicks, man? What's up with these women abroad, man? You know what I'm saying? We need the 411.
Well,
My thing, I really can't
it's
say
subjective.
I can't really say too much about the Matrix bro, because I really haven't dealt with one for like the last 5 years. November would make no, October would make 5 years. So I would have to compare women abroad now to the Matrix woman I dealt with 5 years ago, going back. So that'll be my play for the night.
So you had dealt with a matrix chicks in 5 years?
Yes, but I have had some uh a little dibbling dabbling, because when I came back from Rio, man, you know, it was just I I'm not gonna say it was a depression I was in, but it was like, I had to go hit the streets. I had to have me something, you know, because when you leave from Rio, man, and I would say something right now that I've been saying through some of my other lives that I've been in. Shout out to everybody from GSG. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Pitmaster C. Uh, it's been some it's a weight on my shoulder to get back to Rio. It's like I didn't have that weight on my shoulder when I came back from Medellin, even. But like the weight to get back to Rio, it's right here. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get back to that because I don't know what Rio done to me, bruh. See them days before y'all got there? Oh man, there was some major shit happening, man. That's all I can say. It, it, it I gotta get back to Rio, man. So when I came back to New Orleans, I went to the casino. Y'all know what's happening. You know what happened at the casino. I went out there, spent 20, made 120 in like 10 minutes. I left. I hit the block. You know, I had to get somebody to preach a sermon. I don't know how to say it. I guess I say I had to have this lady preach a sermon for me. You know, all because of the simple fact that I wanted to get back to Rio so bad. I was actually thinking about going to Rio, back to Rio next month, but I'm gonna go ahead on and go back on home to Medellin because from what I'm understanding right now, the Simps are now in Medellin trying to take Medellin over, unluckily for them, like Sasua, it cannot be saturated. You know, because Sasua is like one script, Medellin is the entire city. Yet all of these Simps that are coming in, excuse me, all of these travelers that are coming into Medellin are only going to the park and circulating around the park. You know, let's go ahead on home to Medellin before the Simps actually do get outside the park and mess it up. But I do look forward to getting back to Rio at some point in 2020. If not for Carnival, then I'll be back there for my birthday. I may spend a month there. Like if it wasn't for you, Richard Rich, I would have been in Medellin for the entire month of May this summer. You know, but next year I'm going to be in either Medellin or Rio for the entire month of May. Shout out to NBA 5. He heard it from me first. You know,
Drees, can you turn your volume up?
uh, I'm on this thing. I'm on this new thing, and I don't know how.
There we
Can
go.
y'all hear me better now?
Yeah.
Word. So man, let's get to the subject, man. I guess we can start with Mr. Dumaine. So tell us, man, what's the difference in the Matrix chicks abroad? You know what I'm saying? You can start off with a few things, and we can pass it around to Brother Drees. You know, man, we got another guest coming on. I sent the link out to a few guys or whatever. I wish Andre can get on here, you know what I mean? But
I am on here.
where the other Andre? I ain't trying to give out your government. So tell us, Dumaine, what's the deal, man? Would you ever date a Matrix chick, man? Would you never date one? You only like girls abroad? What's the deal, man?
Well, the thing is for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing is for me, since I plan on relocating out of the country, it would not be beneficial for me to get deeply involved in a woman in this country because 9 times out of 10, she's not trying to relocate out of this country. So that's one thing to consider. I mean, if you're a person who lives here and trying to make a foundation in this country, then it might be better beneficial to you. But for me, it wouldn't work like that. As far as differences of dating a woman, in the States, in the Matrix, or out of the Matrix, it all depends on the location that you go to and the type of women you meet. That's very important. You know what I'm saying? Because most women that you know what I'm saying, that a lot of people meet are going to be a high quality, dateable type woman. They're going to be a woman you could party with, have fun with. But then, as far as women in the Matrix are concerned, you have to ask yourself, what do you want? For me personally, I find that a lot of women in the Matrix in the States are going to be more colder. They're going to be less sentimental.
Okay, okay. So, so when you're here in the Matrix, do you date or you just totally gave up on it? What's the deal, man?
I mean, I didn't totally give up on it, but I really don't apply a serious effort as far, if I meet somebody, I'll hang out, I have fun with them. But as far as anything else is concerned, I don't really take it too serious. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't personally. That's personally my opinion. I have my reasons why.
All right. So you think the women abroad, you think that they are better quality? What's the exact difference in them? You think they treat you better? Or, I mean,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna point out one thing that's a big difference. When you go to the countries that I've been to, the people that I've met, they're going to respect your opinion as a man. They're going to be less challenging to you. And even though they're going to have their own opinion, they're not going to be. A lot of people use the excuse, "Oh, you just want somebody who you can control. You really can't control no woman, but at the same time, they're going to give you more respect to have your opinion, to have your input in a situation, as opposed to just you don't matter. Of course, there are a few women in the Matrix who are going to act that same way, but it's like this. It's going to be so hard to find the few that's going to be here. Do you going to waste 10 years trying to find those few diamonds in the rough? Or can you go somewhere and find somebody that's more compatible that you have less time dedicated to trying to find a diamond in the rough? Like I would say for me personally, and this is just a rough number, out of 10 women here in the Matrix, you might meet 3 good ones that you could, you know what I'm saying, say something serious with. But then when you go to certain places and meet other women, it might be the amount would increase, the ratio would increase, double, triple.
Okay. So what's your response to that, Dree? You think he's spot on, or what you thinking on this, brother?
Uh, I'm gonna say this like this: the woman around the world emulates the woman around the corner. In other words, if you go check out a chick, Sasua Santiago, and you go check out a chick from Medellin or Cartagena, what you're gonna find out is both of them are emulating the chick that you left in the States. But the only difference in between Sasua and Cartagena is the amount of Americanization that you would meet inside of each chick. Everybody is emulating, uh, uh, Shatima, Shamika. Everybody emulating them. They ain't trying to emulate Patty and Jenny and them. Maybe with the weave and all that old kind of shit. But other than that, it's all about the amount of Americanization that you see in each one. And once you get past those islands, it's that Americanization is a little bit less and less, has a little bit less and less of effect. So could I really say that the Colombian is better than the uh, Louisianian? Um, it's a yes and no deal. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you, well, a lot of us leave the states to go look elsewhere for a particular lady that possesses what the Louisianian with the Georgian with the North Carolinian, the not that they don't give us. They refuse to give. If Shatima get her a white man, oh, she's the best thing since sliced bread. You know. So really, what it is just it's an attitude adjustment. If they just tweak that little slight attitude adjustment, we could have what we looking for in Colombia. We could have what we looking for in Santiago. Only difference in between the woman in the matrix and the woman abroad is those women that we go deal with are hoes. Yes. The women that we deal with here are people that call themselves queens, but they really disguise themselves as queens, but they hoes too. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is they like trying to fuck the jester a lot. I don't know how they could be queens after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a yes and no deal. It's all looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's all I got.
Brother Saba, what's going on with you, brother?
Man, what's happening? Y'all, man, look, man. I'll advocate for the devil. Like, you really need a differing opinion. Even though I feel like if you had to ask me, which was better, I'll just sit here and pretty much say pretty much the same thing everybody else is saying. But that doesn't make interesting conversation. So I'll advocate for the devil and I'll be the devil's advocate, and I'll argue why. What are the benefits to matrix women?
All right, let us hear it.
Okay, a lot of guys are just whoremongers. They just paying women, like pinball machines to light up. I submit to most guys who are just fucking prostitute. Oh, damn, 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 damn. I didn't mean to say that. But a lot of guys who just whoremongers, they just dealing with prostitutes. They're not really even dealing with people. They're just dealing with people who light up when they put coins in them. That's the first thing that needs to be established. You know, one of the main things a lot of Dominican women here say is fat niggas love prostitutes. Okay. So the whole, let's think of it this way. How many men would have relationships with women if they didn't spend a dime on these dang on foreign women? Think about that for a second. Most men wouldn't have relationships with these women. Okay, with that out of the way, just trying to create trying to put the baking soda in it. You need that baking soda for the base in a cake. Okay, so just trying to put the baking soda in it. With that being said, with that keeping that in mind, you got all these dudes in here bragging about all the prostitutes they sleep with. Come on, man, we got to do better than that. Okay,
So you
okay. With
basically
that being,
assuming that. So basically, you're assuming that everybody here is on the platform of only talking about dealing with prostitutes. I mean, if you assume
no,
that, then there's no point
no,
in me even
no,
speaking.
no. Since I said no, ain't no need to continue. No. Okay, I'm just putting the baking soda in it, just trying to give a platform for an argument that's different. Because it's so boring to just everybody to just sit and agree. Now, I feel, I'll say it again, I'm just advocating for the devil. I'm just being the devil's advocate. I'm just bringing another view. I was telling Richie, I learned and I was working on my master's degree, about double-sided arguments. You argue. I made a paper arguing why Marcus Garvey was good for Black people and why Marcus Garvey wasn't. But that's here nor there. Let's talk about what I came in here to talk about. Some of the attributes of American women is this. This is huge. One of the things that's important is that when many women in America are willing to pay for something, if you don't believe me, believe yourself. If you've ever lived with a woman, if you've ever had a relationship with a woman for some period of time, she'll go in her pocket sometimes. Man, them girls out the country, they real. Now, you can bring me a unicorn. You can say, oh, this one time, or I know somebody, or she said, but for the most part, they're not going in their pocket, bro. That's an attribute of matrix women. I mean, anybody that, I tell people all the time from living in the Dominican Republic, sure, I can sit up here and talk to you all day about the positives, but I have the ability to talk to you about the negatives also. I can talk to you about the positives of living in the United Snakes of America, and I can talk to you about the negatives of living in the United Snakes of America. I have the ability to look at it on both sides of the coin. I'm just stressing the point that I feel if you had to ask me generally, where would I, which
But
women are better, I'd argue y'all point, but I'm just trying to make the conversation more interesting. With when I said, sometimes American women, if you've been in any type of relationship, American women will probably go in their pocket a little bit more than foreign women. That's one point. I got about 10 or 15 more.
Hey, hold on before y'all continue on. When I sent y'all the link, how did y'all get in? Y'all had to download something?
No, I
No.
just typed it in the computer and then it was there.
So everybody's on the computer. Zaba,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
on
on
it.
the phone?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. This is the new program I'm working with. So y'all.
Oh, that's so cool. It works really well.
All right, one of y'all want to respond to that? What he was saying? Oh,
Yeah, I just got a brief question for you. You said the Matrix women that go in their pockets and spend. How long do you have to be dating them before they go in their pockets and spend? Because the last few women I dated in the Matrix, they weren't upfront as far as the first few dates, as far as they were going to pay for anything. They didn't just jump out there and say, "Oh, I got this. Don't worry." Or we go Dutch. So how long would you think that
Good
they're going
question.
to before they
I
start
mean,
going in their
I'm generally speaking, we've all been in long-term relationships and
right?
relationship. Get into a long-term relationship with some of those women outside the matrix. They ain't trying to pay for nothing, and of course, I mean, certainly they ain't paying for nothing on the first couple of dates. What you just asked me, but even in a long-term relationship, pretty much especially Latina women, they kind of want you to. You're expected to pretty much pay for everything. You're kind of dependent on for the most part. Certainly there are exceptions, but Latina women lean on you much harder than matrix women.
Isn't that a part of
And
chivalry?
no, I'm just saying, I'm just making a fact. You're not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying that's an advantage that matrix women have. And to piggyback off of one of the advantages that matrix women have is um, um, and it could be a flaw on some levels, but in reference to the financial dynamics of the relationship, um, I think matrix women are more inclined to contribute to the financial dynamics of the relationship. Most of the guys, especially these mongers, they're just dealing with pinball machines. They only light up when you put coins in them.
I like that term, pinball machine.
And then I'll tell you this. This is another attribute, and I know some people will argue um, this. Well, there's two things. Two things I mentioned. I think the first was that they're more willing to go in their pocket in a long-term relationship more so than matrix women. Um, and I think that in a long-term relationships, contributing to the household, uh, um, you can go into Latin American countries that are stable uh, and don't have a real terrible economy, and um, women will, especially they're more willing to contribute to the household. I think, you know.
all right.
Now,
Let me.
Drees, what do you think? Drees, what do you think?
There you go.
What do I think
Yeah.
about? Well, what I think a lot of the women that we do deal with overseas probably don't have a job. So I'm dealing with a lady right now who has a job. She got a degree in like something with communications. She's telecommunications. She wants to do a barbecue for us when we get out there on next month. And the thing about it is that she hasn't asked for a dime, and it's not because she's working. It's probably because if she thinks if she asks for some money, then I'm supposed to uh some sausage, but that never came about yet. But
Funny.
I'm sorry for y'all not being able to hear me. I'm trying to keep it PG as possible. But a lot of these women we deal with overseas don't have jobs, and the ones that do have jobs want to act like they are uh above the uh standard of if you give me money, I have to give you something. It's really not the case out of all of them. Out of 10 of them, you know, point 0.5 might be a woman you don't have to bribe with money to get something from them. They will do for you, but in some cases, a lot of them can't do for themselves. I almost slipped and said something right there, but a lot of them can't do for themselves. So they expect you to give them something. But
Yeah, and I
well,
think that's why I made that clear, very clear. Because I know, I've talked to enough men to know they go there about the women don't. the women that do have jobs, even when they do have jobs, they're less likely to contribute than matrix women are.
All right,
I
all
try.
right.
It's just not Latin American culture for women to be like, I'm gonna do half. It just ain't their culture. They ain't trying to hear that half stuff.
See, my thing is they do the things out there that the women here won't do. At least the women that of today that are here won't do. So
Yeah.
if they ain't going half on the if they ain't going half on the rent, they for sure going half on the baby. They going half on the meals. They cooking. They cleaning. They doing everything
Yeah.
that they won't do here in Houston. They doing everything that you want them to do here in Detroit, New Orleans. But
I
it's
agree
just the
with
same.
you. I agree with you 100% with that.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat room tonight. I see 41 people up in here. Let my man Richard
I
Rich
mean,
get go ahead.
but I think it's quite foolish. I'll talk to guys over here who live over here, and they'll be like, "What's good about the United States?" And their mind is so clouded, they can't think of anything positive, right? And I just be like, Walmart, and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, you know, so. I mean, we have to be able to look at both sides and just be honest and say, okay, these things are positive and these things are negative. I think that, like I said, I'm just advocating for the devil, man. If I get on y'all side and argue y'all side, man, I just, I could say, hey, man, these are the positive things about Matrix, about women out of the Matrix. But then there wouldn't be a good conversation. We just all be sitting here agreeing.
That's true, man. You're right. So OW is in the
Yeah,
building. I got you on mute, but I want to let you. You had a lot of background noise. I want to let you speak up on it, brother. And let me know what you thinking about the whole subject. What you think
Yeah.
about comparison in the women.
All right. First, I want to say greeting to the chat, my WTU brother. How y'all doing tonight? And everybody else
good.
who's tuning in to us tonight. Basically, my opinion on this particular issue is that they both have their pros and cons. Matrix women are extremely entitled, and they have social programmers to support them in that entitlement. When I traveled
Well,
abroad, I noticed that there were higher demands on me as far as being a provider to the women that were there. It's to the point that even whereas I came across females who did have their own jobs there and I'm not going to say they were wealthy, but they were sustaining their livelihood and maybe their household, there were still demands placed on me as a man. Eventually, it may have not came out initially, but somebody's going to ask for something. So if you're thinking in the back of your mind that you're going to get away from the matrix and get away from that provider as a man mentality, I'm sadly mistaken to tell you, man, anywhere you go, you're going to pay. So you just need to put that in your mind. It's just the way it's going to be. The two countries that I've been to, I've met people who, how could I say this, Marley? I met people who worked legitimately for a living and other people who worked under the table, so to speak, legitimately. And basically it came down to the same thing. Look, we're going to spend some time together, but if not today or next week, I need some type of kickback. You just ain't going to come around here and use me up and, not take care of me, so to speak. Now, as far as femininity in the women that I met when I went abroad or whatnot, night and day. I can go to my local Walmart around here. I see flip-flops, about 4 or 5 different shades of hair, brawny looking women, look bigger than me, and I go to the gym every day, and I could go to their corner store out there, which might be Éxito or just a local Mercado or something like that. Even then, those ladies are dressed more feminine. Like, dang, I can actually see myself talking to her. She smell good. She looking good. Don't come across as aggressive. So these ladies, man, it's pretty aggressive, man. I'd be like, I don't know, should I speak to her or throw my setup? But this one of the things that I know that was different, traveling to the other countries I've been to. And I've only been to 2 countries. I've been to Colombia and I've been to Brazil. Both beautiful places, both extremely beautiful women there. But when I did go there, I wasn't going there with this pocket clutching mentality. So like I was trying to nickel and dime everything, and I had a great time there. You know, um, there. One thing I will say about women abroad, they are more direct and upfront about it. You see, a lot of these ladies in the Matrix, they have a hidden agenda. They won't show their hand immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like you almost feel like you're getting. How can I put this? Oh dang! Somebody wrestling? What I was saying, they won't show their hand immediately. They got a hidden agenda. You know, it's like they're trying to coax you into the bullshit they're trying to run across you. You know what I'm saying? When I go abroad, they're pretty much upfront with it. This is what it is. This is what it may cost. I mean, your time it may cost. If not, it's pretty much no deal. And I like honesty. I want you to be straightforward with me. You know what I'm saying? It saves me money, and especially it saves me time. Men, time is your most valuable asset. That's what I love about going abroad. They're not going to waste your time. You don't waste theirs, and everything should be just fine. I'm gonna let somebody else talk. I don't want to be long-winded, but you know that's my first initial thoughts of difference between women in the Matrix and women abroad.
All right. I want y'all to pass it around and just kind of share the mic with each other like OW just did. But in y'all opinion, you just brought something up. Do you think the women abroad got more game than the women in the United States?
Hold on, let me
Anybody
take that
jump in on that?
first. I like
Oh
to
my!
say, Jax Jeter says in the chat room, "Yo, Drees, do some style language." Moving on. Do the women overseas have more game? No, they don't. If you just coming at me straight up and saying this is what it is, that is not game. That is just being straightforward. Now, if you hear,
Exactly.
now the women here saying, okay, I'm gonna let you get without a rubber, and and if you lay up there and skeet me, I ain't gonna tell you I'm pregnant. I'm just gonna go to these people and get this check out, you. That's running game. So the women here got way more game than anybody. You know what I'm saying? The women overseas just straightforward what they want or what they're trying to get or what they're trying to do or what have you. The women here got the game. As I said, the women around the world emulate the bitch around the corner. Next.
Jermaine, jump in right here.
Okay, now I would have to say no. Me, bottom line, for me personally, I'm speaking with my personal experiences. I don't care what women say or do, she ain't gonna get from me what I'm not willing to give her. Period, point blank. So you could sell me a beachfront property. You could try to sell me a beachfront property in Idaho, Montana. If I'm not willing to go get it, she ain't going. I mean, so sum it up. No,
Word.
they don't have
That's
more
a
game.
that's a that's a very complicated question. Uh, yeah, I, wow, that's a very complicated question. I'll say this. I'll say this. Being in the Republic of Dominicana, seeing how um, I would say in this country, the average 26-year-old, 27-year-old probably has, and then we would probably have to define what do you mean by game? Because in the United Snakes of America, the board is slighted, so it's much easier to have game. You go to court with a woman, you pretty much win. And so it's so many variables. So I'm really reluctant to say either. I'd have to really think about that. And the brother who spoke, I really appreciate his view. He brought some balance to the conversation also.
OW. Oh,
Yeah, he did.
oh, Jermaine.
OW, I really enjoyed what you said. It really kind of brought some balance to it, to the conversation. But
Oh,
yeah,
appreciate you, soul.
that's a loaded question though, because I mean, man, we all know guys who come here and be like, these girls will take you, boy, because they have that sweetness, that they're very, you know, very loving, and these guys can get pulled in, man. But at the same
Yeah.
time, too, like I said, the monopoly board in the United Snakes of America is so slighted. I mean, it's very easy for a woman to win, and they know it. So it for me, that's a complicated question. So I would just stay neutral on that one.
Okay.
Oh, come
Did everybody answer that?
Oh no, I had an answer for that. I didn't get a chance to rebuttal yet, but
Go ahead.
who's
Go
up
ahead.
next? I mean,
Go ahead. Oda.
my honest opinion, pretty much the brother Zaba answered the question himself just now at the end of his statement. If you would have asked me that question right now, all hands down, the women that are abroad, they have more game with them because what they call in game or what we refer to as game is life for them. You know, I mean, think about it. They're not out here doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying, for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying. The game they playing is life. You know, the game they playing is if they don't win, they don't eat the night. The game they playing is if I don't get gas in this car, I may not be able to get my children to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So it's all different. It's a totally different level for them. You know, when they step out this house, well, step out their house, I should say, it's either win, lose. It ain't no fucking draw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These women in America have entitlement programs to fall back on if they supposedly game don't work. And like Zaba said before, in the United States, how these laws are set up for these heifers. Oh, let me not say that. Let me not refer to the women like that because somebody got a brother, I mean a sister or something. The way the game is set up here, you could be dumb as a fucking rock. You're a hayride and 9 months away from a fucking SNAP card, Section 8 housing, a county check. So you can actually be dumb as a fucking rock. You know what I'm saying? If you lay there long enough, you know what I'm saying? You will win the game. Those women in Dominican Republic, those women in Brazil, those women in Colombia, those women in Panama, those women or wherever else other South American country you want to name, their lives depend on their game. So they have to sharpen their fucking game. You know what I'm saying? It's just easier for women to get by here, like Zaba said, because of these support programs, because of the simps. Fuck it, I'm calling y'all out, the simps. You know what I'm saying? You got women with 4 and 5 kids. They done fucked up 3 and 4 times over again. Here comes him with his cape. He's faster than a speeding bullet. You know, he's here to take care of all the fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? And you're taking care of somebody else's orgasm. Okay, I'm just gonna call it for what it is. You know, and the game is pretty much rigged for them already. So it's easier to win a game that's rigged. You know what I'm saying? Like you go sit down at a spades table and you got all the fucking spades in your back pocket and the big joker and the little joker. You in the game. How do you fucking lose that? How do you lose that game? You know what I'm saying? Unless you just you don't want to win. You know. So you ask me that question: who got more game? Hands down, women abroad. It's survival for them. It's not a game.
Yeah, you're right. But then again, though, think about it like this too. You know, I always say this. You know, like. That's a very interesting analogy too. Yeah, I probably would. But then again, think about this though. If I looked like an 8 over here and I was a woman, it would be easy for me to capture a guy. Most of them don't have the ability to hold on to a dude. You know, most of the women here they don't have the ability, most of the time they get a guy that's treating them good. They still, a lot of times they're in the street. So they end up losing, in America, women be getting houses, man. You know what I'm saying? Because of the laws also, you know what I'm saying? But you and I both know, if me and you looked like an 8 in the Dominican Republic with the mindset that we have, man, we can get us an athlete. We can get us but these women over here, I say all the time, they don't have the ability to hold on to dudes like that. Most of the time when they're winning, they end up in the streets and they still they regress back to those behaviors. And it may be because of the education system. It could be a lot of things, but we all know that women and a lot of Latin American countries will get a guy that could be a nerd, and they instead of benefiting from that, sometimes they get back in the streets or whatever, and they lose that guy. But I'll say this: they have the ability to make you think they like you. And that in America, women don't have that ability. It's just like they have the ability here to make you, even though you're paying, they have the ability to sell you what you want. They have the ability to what you're trying to buy, they gonna give it to you. And in America, women don't have that ability. They got that old angry, just like, whatever, man, you want to take me out, and then here they at least can sell you on the front end. But I will tell you, brother, because of the laws, because of how in the long run, women in America be getting $10,000 worth of child support from an athlete, be getting houses in a divorce, and that's because of the board. But even though you'll see women here will get a good dude, many, 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 many times they end up losing that good dude.
Well, a
And
lot
then
of them are a product of the environment. Oh, I'm sorry.
right, 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 right. You'll see like ladies, and they have found a great dude, and they probably was out there doing some stuff that they didn't, like, hoeing or whatever, and they'll have a great dude, they'll still go back. And the mistake with us, or the mistake with a lot of men, is trying to change a H into a housewife. We lose there. You know what I'm saying? And we have to realize is I'm speaking to Americans. They have a whole different culture, man. They think totally different. They you'll be thinking, like dudes be like, man, like the whoremongers, they be like, man, she ain't asked me for nothing. And dudes fall for that. That's for now. Be like, she ain't asked me for nothing for 3 months. She playing the long game, bruh. Every
That's right.
woman,
She put the interest on top of that ass.
yeah, every
Uh,
woman.
well,
If I was a woman,
let me ask
go
this
ahead.
question, Andre. Dre, do you think? I mean, like he's saying, they playing the long game. Don't American women do that? Don't foreign women do that? Don't all women ask for money? I mean,
Yeah,
whether it be a foreign or speak on it.
yeah. But the thing is, either way it go, you still gonna pay. It's all about what situation you end up in. Do you end up with the money hungry chick from uptown, or do you end up with the chick that actually need the money she's asking for in Colombia? One of the two, but you pay either way.
Right,
I prefer to pay up front
right,
without interest. I go buy a car. I don't want to fucking lease put money down on it. You know what I'm saying? Have a note. I'd rather pay up front, get rid of that APR. You know what I'm saying? And get what I get and go. You know, get caught up in the long
but
run. You know.
I'm not. I'm gonna stop advocating for the devil. I'm gonna be in agreement. Man, bro, it's so many benefits to. I don't think that I could date. It's just impossible. I'm gonna stop advocating for the devil for a minute. Um, there are so many benefits. There are so many benefits to just dealing with, from attitude to sisters, or even white, even Dominic, even foreign women when they in America. There's an old quote in an old movie called The Mac, and I think about it all the time. And he said, "My bitches, I keep them broke. You give them some money, they liable to go crazy." Now, what I'm saying here is that
Yeah.
socioeconomics, socioeconomics will make a motherfucker shut up. Now, so socioeconomics plays a part into this, and it's just like your job, right? That boss will be like, look, bro. don't wear no black socks. Guess what you gonna do? You ain't gonna wear no black socks. So socioeconomics, it's just that small. Be like, don't wear no black socks ever. You'd be like, okay, boss. Or you might not say that, but you understand the psyche is what I'm driving at. It is no comparison. I got to stop advocating for the devil. It is no comparison. However, I do have to make this clear. I think it's important to make this clear. Is many times, I ain't with that whole prostitution thing. That's another level to me. That's a whole different psychology. You're dealing with a female.
That's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother topic. But
day.
Many times what we're talking about is, like paying up front. Most of the time when you're paying up front, most of the time that's a prostitution situation. And so I guess I'm trying to drive the point that okay, gotcha. I'm just gotcha. I'll stop.
I'm trying to let the man get a little something.
Well, I just want to make a quick response to what he said.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right. Paying isn't always monetary. You can pay with time. You can pay with other things other than money. So when you look at it as if, okay, I'm just paying with money, you forget the other thing, your other tangibles that you can pay with. You can pay with your emotions. You can get your emotions involved with somebody, and that could be hella costly. Fuck, that could cost more than money. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, when we had this conversation about paying, everybody goes straight to the dollar, but you pay with other tangibles as well. You just don't see them initially. You could be blinded, you just might not even care, but you still paying. You as a man should figure out how you can pay in the cheapest, most efficient way possible. My emotions, priceless. My time, priceless. But that money, I can get it back.
Right.
That's all I have to say.
Right. I agree.
All right, brother, the man, go ahead, chime in, bro.
All right.
Think how you want.
Big Mark.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say real quick when he was talking about, I'm saying the prostitution and all that stuff like that. I was just gonna say recently, my previous 3 relationships, I had a relationship with a girl who was a manager at a security firm. I had a relationship with a girl who was a manager at a hotel, and another one who was at a bank. So I'm clearly like representing a different type of women as far as women who got their own jobs and their own career paths.
Yeah.
Now people might say, why didn't it work out? And I'll say this, the bottom line, it was on me because they were wanting me to make a decision sooner than what I was willing to make. Like, okay, I mean, we've been in this for a long time. What are we doing? I'm like, I'm relax. They're like, I'm not relaxing. You know what you want. You know what you need in life. What are you going to do? And I was like, nah, I'm not going to marry you right now. So they were like, well, all right, I can't be mad. I'm out.
Word. Go ahead, Dries. Chime in, man. I want to... first of all, let me say to the room, man, if y'all feel like... hell... Go ahead, Dries. Come on, stop, man.
Can I ask the man a question? I didn't want to ask the man. So were they demanding you like into a relationship or a marriage or something? I kind of got lost with what you said.
We were in a relationship. They were demanding a marriage, a wedding. They were like, yo, I want to be married, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, not right now.
But I have another question. I think about this all the time. And Richie, you can tell from my me and you talk. This is a real serious question. And I don't think I've ever asked anybody this question. How does just having sex with women or different women benefit your life? Think about that now. Don't just respond. Think about it. How does it, when you get to be 70, you're not going to remember nuts. Like, how does whoremongering Think about some woman you had sex with 20 years ago. Like, how does it benefit? That's just no. I mean, it sounds funny, right? But I'm really, really being sincere when I say that. When you get to be 80, 90, how does dealing with different women, sleeping with different women, being a whoremonger, how does that benefit your life?
You want
Go
somebody to
ahead,
answer
Drake.
that
Go
question?
aheve, Drake. Let me let
Yeah,
Drake
I
get in
really,
there.
I really
Hey,
would. I've
I'm trying
always wondered that, and except for the moment, like, how does it benefit you? Because I know too many broke dudes. I know too
Dre raised
many.
his hand.
Too. I know too many broke dudes ain't got no money,
to
but they'll spend money on them hoes.
Go ahead, G. You answer
so
that.
so that's a serious question for me. For me.
Indeed, indeed,
Go
indeed.
ahead, Drake.
First,
Oh,
homongering, it only serves you temporarily. That's what it's for. That's why some of these homongers, they go and travel here and there, go spend 3 days here, 4 days there. But true, 70, it don't benefit. And you may or may not remember those nuts. Unless you was on the balcony like I was last year. But I'm not
there
gonna
you
get into
go. There you go. There you go. And I had the pleasure.
that. Let's stop.
I'm your witness. Jesus Christ. Damn.
Yeah, man. But
Oh, my
at the end of the day,
pause.
you don't remember
Battery.
that. So my whole thing is, which is a challenge to me when I go abroad, is to find that lady that is not on balconies. However, during my travels, if I run across somebody that's on the balcony saying, "Come see me," I'm going to see him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
my God.
my challenge is trying to find that person that actually has a gig. But there's certain places where it don't even make sense to do that, like Sasua, because you could meet somebody that worked for the law firm, and she's selling it. You could meet in certain places, but like I said, you got to go off in the jungle and all this other kind of stuff to try to find that type of person. That's why it's a challenge to me. But you know, uh, it all depends on your lifestyle, I guess. What I mean? It all depends on what you pretty much traveling to go do. And personally, if I've always said, if you traveling just for uh, a nut, something wrong with you. I've always said that. I've never let that thing be the first thing that I travel for. However, as I've always said it from the beginning of my uh, YouTube appearances, I've always said if that happens, that will always be a byproduct of my travels.
Word, word. So, Domain, so tell us about the type of women that you deal with, because I hear this brother saying whoremongers, but just explain to us how your situation is working out for you. Do you end up like meeting women and then you find out they are pro, or what's the deal, man?
Nah, like the last relationship that I was in with a woman, she worked at the hotel. So, I was like, she working at the hotel or she whatever. But anyway, I would stop by the hotel at odd times of the day just to check to make sure she was actually working and had a job. So she held a steady job. So I usually try to go to places like okay, for example, in Colombia they have this store called Éxito, and that's like Walmart. So that's going to be a somewhat what you would say a gainfully employed type of person. So if I'm going there and I see somebody working in there, I would say she's going to be consistently employed. She ain't going to be, what I'm saying, out in the streets. Uh, the other girl, what I was saying about from the Dominican Republic, she worked in a security company at a law firm. So, one time when I was living down there, I would go to her job and, yeah, she was legit. So I always check for legits. If you're looking for legits, then you got to go to places like they say, go to hotels, go to banks, go to stores that are going to be not stores, mom and pop shops, because they can open and close very easily, but them consistent chain stores like in Dominican Republic they have Jumbo and what's the Ole. and like I said, the banks.
Okay, so you basically respond to his Walmart statement. So you got Walmart right there, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right. You have stores like Walmart in other countries. You got like I said, in Colombia you have Éxito, and in Dominican Republic you have Jumbo, and you have La Serena.
word. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Appreciate y'all for joining. Make sure you hit that like button, man. If you hadn't subscribed, I know some people be on here. They don't subscribe. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Appreciate. Click over. I'm gonna put everybody's YouTube link in the description after the video, and make sure y'all subscribe to these brothers' channel. We're gonna do more of these panels, but we need new ideas. We need fresh ideas. Shout out to everybody from WTU. Appreciate the donation, Vinny Hustle, OW. Appreciate you, Ron G. Shout out to y'all brothers. Appreciate the support. And I want to ask Drees, Joe, just tell me a little bit about. I think we lost my brother Saba, but tell me a little bit about the women you deal with, Drees. And OW, I asked you the same thing because I know you said, well, we deal with a lot of prostitution. So just let me know what kind of women you deal with, OW.
Still freeze it up. Damn. What you laughing at, Drees? I see you smiling, bro. Oh, you can hit. Oh, my bad. Oh my bad. When you say type of woman, you talking about how can I put this? Social economic status or appearance wise? What
Well, I mean,
saying?
do you date like regular women, or are you just dating pros, or you just, because some people, like, in my opinion, um, some people are happy being married, some people are happy being single, some people are happy being like just dealing with pros and doing that whatever else you're doing. You might be busy starting a business, you might not have time for regular relationships. So what type of women are you dealing with? And I'm gonna ask everybody the same question. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm just gonna be straightforward with you. I'm a hybrid. I'm opportunistic. Okay, I do what works best for me. Have I had relationships in other countries with women that were non-pro? Of course I have. I like it. It's a good thing. Have I had relationship with pros? Numerous occasions. You got to pick your places. You know what I'm saying? And you got to realize also when I go into these places, I'm on limited time. So I have to make the best of that time period. It's not like I'm an expat and I'm living there 6 months out of the year. Most guys that are going there, you in there from a window from maybe 2 days up to maybe 12 or 14 days, depending on how long your money is. So in that time span, you got to pretty much, get what you got to get done, So when I'm there, I like to meet a non-pro lady. And I'm going to be honest with you, when I did date the non-pro ladies, not that the money is of an issue, because the time spent and the vibe that I'm getting from that person is of more value to me, if that makes sense to you, and I would actually spend more money, which I'll be spending money on myself and her, but over a period of 3 or 4 days, I actually spend more money on the lady that might be a non-pro. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to a lady that's a pro, like I said, it's no APR. It's up front. This is the time. See you later. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. So I like to deal with both. You know, for me, realistically, a person who tells me they have a relationship with a woman and they're not there on a consistent basis is non-existent, and I think maybe they're delusional. I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, do you think you can have a relationship with a woman that you go and see every 3 months? If you can, more power to you. I'm not knocking it. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, if I can't be there to see that woman, we got 4 weeks in a month. If I'm not there at least 2 of them, that's not a relationship. That's a friendship. You know what I'm saying? That's a situationship. You know what I'm saying? Situation is when I come there, I'm your man, and when I'm gone, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But either way it goes, there's some financial transaction that's being made or emotional transaction that's being made there. The non-pro chicks will take better care of you, but they will be more demanding of you you know, because they're jeopardizing. Look, they're giving up their time to be with you. And keep in mind, if they're non-pro, that means they have what? A job, you know, a regular job, in which time is what? Time is money. So the time that she's taking to come spend with you, she could be making money at work. But when you leave, guess what? Her rich still due at the end of the month. You know, that's when you get that Western Union. Hey, Poppy, I was with you for 2 weeks. I missed work. I need help. You know what I'm saying? Now what you gonna do? Oh, baby, I'm gonna take care of that for you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's my girl. You know, she holding me down when I'm there. You know, you're still fucking paying. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what experience do you want. You know what I'm saying? Because we could go about this 5 or 6 different ways from fucking Sunday, and the dude would tell me at the end of that conversation, he came out his pocket with something. You know what I'm saying? You know, okay, I gave her some good D. Yeah, okay. You know, you pay for the hotel room. Yeah, you bought her something to eat. Yeah, she like to drink. Yeah, she on that shit. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. So I like to go either way. Non-pro is great, but I usually end up spending more. Pro is good too. So that's the answer to that question.
All right, brother Saba, man. What about you, man? What type of women you deal with? Do you not deal with them pros, or you just strictly deal with regular? What's the deal? Lay it on me, brother.
That's one of the better arguments that people say, because nobody else really addressed it, in reference to why you would uh, basically be a whoremonger. I ain't gonna clean it up. I'm gonna say it just that way. That's a good argument.
Well, hold on.
But
Let me iterate something right here. So, what do you call? What's your definition of a whoremonger? Or you consider every brother that deals with, a quote unquote working girl a whoremonger? Or what's your definition of that?
well, if I was talking to you alone and we were just having a cup of coffee or something, I would say, just like the Supreme Court one time tried to define pornography, you're like, well, it's kind of hard to define, but you know it when you see it. You know a motherfucking whoremonger when you see one. you know what a whoremonger. Somebody who basically just pay holes, pinball machines. Okay, I mean, let's not debate what a whoremonger is, but you know what a whoremonger is. I know what a whoremonger is. All right, I would say this to that. That's a great argument. I mean, I can, with OW, I appreciate it. I understand. I understand what he's saying. I identify with what he's saying. I basically kind of agree to what he's saying. But I'll put it to you this way, man. I could be a homeless dude in the street, but I'm still a diamond. I'm still valuable. I value myself, you know, and I kind of feel like all that education I did, man, all that schooling I've done, and I deserve to be around educated people. I deserve to be around people who got their stuff together. You got dudes that are doctors, lawyers. They got their stuff together. They spent their whole life getting their stuff together. And they'll go to a country and have long-term relationships with people who can't even have never opened a book. So as brothers, man, we have to value ourselves, man. When you value yourself, man, you're gonna deflect a whole bunch of that. And a lot of them hoes, man, you don't know what you're gonna run into. Like Forrest Gump said, it's like a box of chocolates, man. You could run into the worst person or whatever. When you're dealing with, that situation, man, you're gonna run into a whole bunch of mess, you know. And so, that's one reason. And every time we talk, I say, man, I stay away from that. I don't need that, you know, because I value, myself. And this might sound very selfish, man, all that schooling I done, man, burning the midnight oil, studying, bruh, I ain't gonna be around nobody but educated people and people got their stuff together, man. These dudes will come from America and won't deal with a girl in the projects, but will go to Mexico and deal with a girl in the projects over there. And then it come along with other things too. You know, we don't talk about we don't. A lot of guys don't be talking about all the problems they ran into. Brothers that come from America have all the education in the world and gotta gotta hide everything because the people they with gonna steal from them. Man, I don't need that headache, bro. I don't need that headache.
Okay. So that's what kind of women you deal with. All right.
If I had to deal with a woman, she gonna have her stuff together, bro. I done worked too hard to get my stuff together than to settle for some country bumpkin. You won't settle for a country bumpkin in the United Snakes of America, but you'll come over here and deal with a woman that ain't never read one book.
Why you think that
dudes
is?
will try to. Well, I understand it on some levels, you know, because like I say, man, I'm advocating for the devil, but I could go to the other side. I understand it on some level because trust me, and I'll say this: you can get women who ain't read one book, but they'll treat you better than a woman done read 1,000 books. Oh, I can jump on that side real quick, but I'm just advocating for the devil. I'm being the devil's advocate today.
That's cool, man. I mean, it's all good, man. Anybody want to jump in right here? The main Dre?
I'm gonna leave that alone. Well, we'll
No,
go ahead
no, no,
on.
no.
Go on to the next player. Give some shout outs to
Okay.
the chat player.
Turn your mic up a little bit, Dre. Give you shots out. Go ahead, bro.
Go and give some shout out to the chat room, man. Shout out to Dollar Will, Studio Dude 524, Jackson Jeter, S93, Yoga Yoga. You know what I'm saying? Yoga Yoga said, Drees only know S tricking. I don't know what S tricking is, but you know, all right, dog. Shout out to Ryan G, Saint Gang Gang. That's a hell of a name now. I can't see everybody in the chat room, but shout out to everybody in the chat room. If you got your questions, go and put them in the chat room for all of us to answer here on this panel tonight. Word. Rich.
All right, go ahead, brother. The man, I think you were saying something.
No, no, no. I just said earlier. I was asking him. He said that people won't deal with women, low class women in this here in the Matrix, but they go to foreign other countries and deal with low class women and low class women. And I was asking why you think that is.
All right, sorry, but I guess that's for you, man.
Yeah, I answered it. I think that I mean, like, I'm just advocating for the devil. I can give you probably 10 reasons. I can rattle them off real quick. Women gonna treat you better. You're gonna get more. You just respect out of the box. They see you as a man. They treat you as a man. They'll cook. They'll clean. I can go on. I understand it.
All right, OW, I know you was trying to get in there. Go ahead, brother. Speak your mind, brother. Don't let the man hold you back. Shout out to
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Quest Physics. Appreciate the super chat donation. He says, like Bishop TDJ says, a man needs more than hips and lips and fingertips. Go
Hey,
ahead.
but you know what? Let me add this too, man. Generally, and this is so true, man. A low class, uneducated prostitute generally, and this is harsh, but this is so true. A low class girl ain't never can't even read. Generally, will treat you better than an educated sister or educated Dominican or educated white woman in America. And the girl that ain't got cat sense, but she'll treat you better than a girl who has been Americanized. Black, white, Latino, Mexican, it don't matter.
Word.
So OW, that's kind of, kind of piggybacking off of your question too. Or I think that was OW who asked me that. That's why, man. Malcolm X said
Brother
this.
OW
Let me let
has
me let
something.
me let me
Go ahead,
let
go
me
ahead.
say this real quick. Malcolm X said this in his autobiography, which I recommend everybody to read, especially young people. Malcolm X said that when he was young, he would see guys out there dealing with prostitutes. They would be risking their career. They would be risking everything. They would have wives, and he would wonder why these guys out here dealing with these prostitutes. And what he said was because even if the prostitute had a pseudo relationship with that guy, like she was telling him lies, she was telling him he was the greatest man on earth or whatever. The greatest urge of all men is to simply be a man. And sometimes prostitutes can give men that, which in a way it's sad for the men that accept that type of situation, but I understand it because if you want to see some of the happiest men in the world, see men who have sexual freedom. And many times you'll see that with prostitutes. And that's why it's dangerous, in my opinion, to be dealing with, only prostitutes. But I understand it. Malcolm has said a man's greatest urge is to simply be a man. In America, they take that away from us. I know I'm going, but let me continue real quick. A lot of these guys, all that killing going on in America, a lot of these young white boys, what they saying? I'm sexually frustrated. I don't feel like a man. It ain't about people crazy. There's reasons. Some of it is men don't feel like men. Men will do a lot of things and sacrifice a lot of things to simply feel like being a man. So I'll stop right there.
I think which one of y'all was talking, man? I don't forget, man. Was it Domain or OW?
I was OW. I was gonna respond to him. Well, he had made two statements in which he had asked a question to the panel. Asked the question to the panel. Sorry about that. And I was gonna respond to it. The first statement he made was in reference to why the men have these women over here in the matrix. They'll have kids, but they will go to another country and they'll be inclined to do the same thing, conduct themselves in the same manner. One opinion I have on that, which holds to be true, let's just be honest. We're men. We're simple creatures. We're all visual. We go mainly off of what we see. You know what I'm saying? So when we go see these women over here in said South American country or whatever, I'm not going to point out any particular one, pick your poison. Their sixes could be damn well an 8 or a 9 here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in most cases, some, not all. So you see a woman that's beautiful like that, you used to dealing with nickel bags, and now you see a dime bag for half the price, you may be a little bit more susceptible to go ahead on and go out there head first. That's just my opinion. I mean, it could be other things too, but if she's in the projects, all things being equal, projects Matrix, 3 kids, projects such as South American country, you leave here to go there and you accept the same deal. Only difference is what? One may look a hell of a lot better, so that may be the reason why they go ahead and jump over, just my opinion. Next question, he said, what does having sex with women, how did he put that? What benefit does having sex with women in your 60s and 40s or 50s or whatever have for you long term? You just answered that question yourself when you stated a quote out of Malcolm X's book, when you said that they take our sexual freedom away from us. There have been studies that have been done. I can't quote it exactly right now, but it shows that men that are more sexually active live longer lives. They are stress-free, hence in your 60s and 70s, maybe you was fucking a lot when you was young, you know what I'm saying? And that maybe help you get to where you at now. But there are studies that shown in more than one institute stating that men that have a healthy sex life usually are healthier and have more longevity, so to speak. So yes, having sex is good for it. You know what I'm saying? You're stressed out. That's a good way to relieve stress. and the studies have proven it.
Word.
So when you ask what the benefit is, it's there, and it's in black and white. There's several studies during early 2000s, late 90s. I want to say these studies were done because I actually read it. I'm going to say about 4 weeks ago. I was in Colombia. I was bored. I was woe out, and I was like, let me just read something, And I had stumbled across that study, and I was like, wow, I didn't know this. You know what I'm saying? But those are the two answers to the question that you had referenced earlier. I just wanted to reply back to them. I was hoping I just didn't forget. You know, the sexual marketplace here in America, let's just be honest with each other, fellas. It's ruled by women. You know what I'm saying? Or wealthy men. The women rule that shit. You know what I'm saying? Only when we step off of American soil do we have the edge. And what is our edge? Our finances. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real about it. How many times you done went down to the park at Yetters to see this 5'9", 285-pound, built like a jukebox built white boy with two badass white chicks with him? They not with him because he's Mr. America. He not with him because he got a six-pack. They with him because his pockets are as heavy as his belly. You know what I'm saying? And that's who she's going with tonight. And that's your edge. Just being honest. That's what I see.
All right.
But that's the answer to your questions, Al.
Thanks, man. Shout out to Superior Trucking 30. Appreciate the donation. He says, if you're in DR, why do y'all deal? Hold on. Y'all in DR, do y'all deal with the Haitian chicks? And if you do, why do y'all pay them less? Or I guess for the same thing, and why? Can you answer that one, Dree?
It's because the Haitians are invading on the Dominican grounds, and of course, if they on Dominican grounds, they're gonna go for the low so they can match the output of the Dominicans. And if you're gonna say that about the Haitians, you may as well say that about the Venezuelans, because the Venezuelans are getting it in there as well. So, yeah, I can understand that, but I would like for the Venezuelans and the Haitians to keep their prices at the same place, just in case I decide to try one. But that's the reason why.
I hear you, player. I hear you, player. What you sipping on over there, man?
For me,
Yeah,
of course,
Caparine.
Caparina, of course, all lemon flavor tonight.
Word. Tell the people what's the Caparina, man, because they don't know.
Caparina is the national drink of Brazil. All it takes is a little bit of lemon. If not lime, or lemon and lime. Get your little thing of gin, and maybe like chop that up, and throw in like 3 teaspoons of like some sugar, just regular granulated sugar, and get you a little jar like this, like a little jelly jar, or something like this, a peanut butter jar, and just shake it up for like a minute and a half, and after that, pour, and you good. Put your block of ice in there, and just let it sit for a minute. After a while, you know, just don't have it to the point to where you think where so much sugar in there where you think it's Kool-Aid, because you'll forget that there's actually gin in there. You drink it fast. You won't get up to work on time in the morning, you know. But that's a caparina. If you go look on my channel, I actually have a thing that's showing you the ingredients in which you need to make the caparina drink.
Word. All right, shout out to T Love, man. Appreciate that super chat donation, man. It's a shout out to all the WTU brothers I have met and traveled with. Some of you. Hope to see all of you somewhere soon. Great chat tonight. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I think we got 68 people in here. If y'all would, hit that like button, smash that like button for me, man. I appreciate y'all. Um, so if y'all have any questions, we're gonna end this live pretty soon. Y'all got any questions, go ahead and throw it up in the chat, man. And like I always say, man, state your next trip. Let everybody know where you're going, what's your dates on that. I see Anti-Gravity says September. What's the sewer first trip? You know what I'm saying?
It's a
That's
solar first trip. All right. Shout out to anti-gravity. Hey, what is the incel? Is that like a MGTOW and all that with like all these initials? What is incel?
who?
In,
Involuntary celibates.
if, involuntary what?
Celibate.
Celibate? Oh, damn.
Celibate.
Okay. That's a hell of a Negro right there. Prophet.
The main brother, the main. Anything else you wanted to talk about tonight, my brother?
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me on, and it's been a real pleasure traveling and partying with WTU. And this was an interesting conversation. I would like to get some more questions from the chat room, though. See
Mm.
if anybody can, you know what I'm saying, get deep into our experiences as people who've been to other places.
Word, word. Hey, we also we're gonna have a show on well, I don't know if Dre's gonna do it or I'm gonna do it about safety, man, protecting yourself. You know, use condoms, just like Jackie Anderson, whatever said, man. Dre, you want to speak on that, man? You doing a show pretty soon on that, or what's the deal, man?
I'll probably be doing a show on scams pretty soon. I might just be doing another Dree Speaks, probably Dree Speaks 41, talking about the different types of scams. I know everything centers around money and women, but there are also other scams out there outside of the rental scam and things of that nature. But going back to the brother that's supposed to be going to the DR for his first time. I think it was anti-gravity 74. I'd like to let you know that Breeze and Richard Rich Travelers consultation firm is now open for business. And for a small donation, we can help you assist you on your journey to Sasua. So if you don't mind, my email address, Richard Rich's email address will be in the chat room. If not, it's in the description box somewhere. Feel free to reach out to us for a little bit of consultation.
Word, word. Brother Zaba, I know you got something to say, brother. What's that?
Always got something to say, man. I'm the one that look. OW, you can tell when a person reads, and I really appreciated your insight, and thank you for you know have just expressing yourself, man. You're a smart dude, and you have gained my respect. You've gained my respect, and I really like listening to you.
Word. I thank everybody on the panel here. I appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you, bro. I'm sorry.
I respect everybody on the panel. Um, any last question, fellas? We're gonna try to wrap this up. And I know everybody's late. It's 12:48 over here. I appreciate the support tonight and all the people, man. So, man, if y'all get me to 60 likes, I ain't never been at 60 likes. We're a small channel, man. We try to do big things, though. So let's help the channel grow. And any last words y'all fellas want to spit out? Let it out, bro.
Yeah, so on this side of the planet, WTU Medellin will be in Medellin from November 7th to November 14th, and soon after, WTU Asia will be starting off in Angeles City, Philippines, from November 16th to the 23rd, from the 23rd to the 27th in Pattaya, Thailand, and we'll wrap it up on the 1st of December in Bangkok, Thailand. That is WTU Medellin, WTU Asia. Feel free to contact us for information if you're looking forward to going on that trip. Thank you and have a good night.
Brother uh, OW, any last words, man?
Yeah, I just want to tell Zaba, man, the feeling's mutual, player. It was great talking to you. I have the utmost respect for you, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can meet on some foreign soil. I don't drink, but we could share a non-alcoholic beverage maybe, you know, and just a little advice for anybody who's listening, you know what I'm saying? bring your own bulletproof jackets to the abroad. Don't get theirs out there. If you get where I'm going at the kind of conversation, bring your own, because those out there are not very reliable, and you don't want to bring anything back home that you might not like. Other than that, fellas, y'all have a good night. Use those passports, get those stamps, and come and see us in Medellin.
Brother Domain, you want to talk about your channel, man? You want to teach these brothers Spanish?
Okay, yeah. I was going to say one important thing with meeting different type of women, or meeting any different type of people when you outside traveling these foreign countries is learning the language. For my channel, El Andalus Learning, hit me up and I can be your tutor and teach Spanish. I teach Spanish. I'm fluent in English and Spanish, and I teach Spanish. So El Andalus Learning.
I'm about to put that in the link right in the description right now. So y'all
Okay.
be able to go to his channel, subscribe. Also, brother Saba and OW, I'm gonna put both of y'all page in there. Y'all can hit them up.
Hey, but Domain, it was really nice meeting you, man. And I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. I hope he puts it in the link, man. You're a smart dude, also. And I
Thank
just,
you. Thank you.
I just like to talk. I don't have many subscribers and everything. I just post all kind of crazy stuff about my time in the military, and But hey, man, I need some subscribers. I just I enjoy talking. And again, Drees, it's good seeing you. Richie, it's good seeing you too, brother.
Good meeting you too. Good meeting you too. I know we're in a couple of WhatsApp chat rooms as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But finally, I could put a face with the voice and the words.
Exactly.
all right. I guess no more questions. And let me see. Trying to look. I just put Domain's channel. Y'all can click on his brother Saba. Type in the chat so they can click on your YouTube. Andre, what's good, man? Any last words for the people, man?
No matter whether you find Reggie or Pro, please keep the helmet on yourself. Please keep the helmet on yourself. This is all I got to
All right. About to put brother Saba a link to his YouTube up, and also,
also.
guys, hopefully I'm gonna do a show with Ax Nathaniel, man. I tried to send him the link tonight, but for some reason it didn't work. So I'm gonna try. We're gonna try again.
Work for me.
Yeah, I sent him.
Yep.
I'm not. I'm not sure what happened, but hopefully tomorrow, maybe we can have a show with that brother. If y'all don't know about him, just go to Ask Nathaniel on the YouTube, and he's kind of opposed to brothers traveling abroad. So that'll be another show. I guess it'll be called Brothers Opposed to Brothers Traveling Abroad.
So yeah, that would have been good. That would have been good to have him in here.
Oh man, it would have been great.
Yeah. I want to
but,
see him. Yeah, don't come see me.
but man, like I said, man, everybody got different opinions, man. So I don't knock nobody's opinion. I want to reiterate on what Dre said, man. Y'all probably couldn't hear him that good because I think his mic was low on that. But he was like, man, basically, y'all brothers traveling, man, protect your body, man. Your body's your temple. Only get one shot at a healthy, body, man. So protect yourselves, man. These girls out here, I mean, some of them, they look good, but they ain't all peaches and cream on the inside. So gotta be
Right.
careful out here. Watch the scams. And somebody was, go ahead, whoever was coming in, go ahead.
I was just saying, right.
Yeah, man, you definitely, your body's your temple, man. You get one shot at it, man. We ain't got that money like Magic Johnson, so hey, You know what I'm saying? Take
Ma-
yourself, my brother. Take
Major
yourself.
Johnson got them financial aids.
Word. Man, it's late. Y'all smash that like button, man. Help your boy out, man. Help your boy. All right, Jay Rich. There's that. But, yeah.
Anybody else? Just want to
Hey,
say, anybody who ain't got their passport yet, get your passport.
I'm pretty sure everybody here got their passport. I'm pretty sure everybody does here.
hey, they might have their passport. You gotta get that checkup too. Gotta get that money. Gotta get that paper.
Yeah,
All right.
So, hell, what's the passport if it's sitting in the goddamn dresser? You know what I mean?
collecting dust.
Real goddamn. But hey, I appreciate everybody supporting the channel, man. Hit the like button. I don't know how many likes we got. Mine said 29. I'm not sure. But if you're watching the replay, hit the like button, share the video. If y'all want different topics, man, y'all got to email me, man. Sasua, Dominican Republic at yahoo.com. And like I said, I'm going to do a show with Nate pretty soon, man. I think we're going to have a panel, you know what I'm saying? Because this brother going to come with some heat. So we're going
Please
to
include me.
have. Well, I'm going to try to give everybody that was on tonight, I'm going to try to get them on first. So hopefully we can do it with him tomorrow night. So we'll see. But
Like, yeah,
man, this
I ain't
gonna
gonna
be.
say, I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna say too much about it. But I used to follow him because he was an advocate for brothers traveling outside the matrix, in particular Dominican Republic. So it's funny how things change now.
Word. What you got to say about it, Dre? Oh, you got something to say.
I think X Nathaniel is in the chat room, and the same link that Cesaba got, that the men got, that OW got, that Richie Rich gave, you have. You should have came on tonight, man. We could have had us a nice little conversation. You know what I'm saying? But you might be having some Bible study going on at your place, so I understand. You know, you're not coming tonight, but hopefully you'll join us tomorrow.
Word. He did a little live show the other day in New York. I guess it's a Dominican part of New York, and he was out there spitting his game. I give him his little credit. He was doing his thing, but man, like brothers have different reasons for traveling. Like some people, like Saba said, some people just travel just to play. Some people just go on vacation, and that's a part of the vacation, man. Some people travel. To be honest, some people travel over there to different countries, and they don't participate in none of that extra stuff. They just love the country, they love the scenery, they love the food, whatever. So you can't put everybody in the same category, and you can't put everybody in a mongering category either, because I feel like a guy is a monger. That's his whole purpose in life. Like
Right.
majority of people that's mongers, that's all they do, and they do it here, they do it there. So I don't consider myself a monger. I consider myself a travel. I may participate in some extra activities, but hey,
But
man,
that's your own choice. That's your own personal choice.
yeah, it's your personal choice. It's whatever. And I don't knock the mongers, because I know some guys that are true blue mongers, and that's all they do all day long. But you know what? Whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy, man, I'm all for it, man. Do whatever you want. Long as it's legal, long as you ain't hurting yourself. Hey, man, who's to tell another man what to do with their time and money? So, I mean, think about it. Everybody don't want to be married. Everybody don't want a girlfriend. Everybody, come on, man. What if everybody was the same? Life would be boring.
Very boring.
So I'm playing devil's advocate on this one. Where you at, Saba? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a million man march for the mongers. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, man, good night, man. Peace out, OW. Anything else, brother?
Uh, I
He
think
got
he
the
put it in for the night.
Yeah, I guess he done for the night. Hey, peace out, y'all. Look for the new live Dre about to do, and check these guys' pages out. I got the links to all their pages in the description already, so y'all can wait till the video's over, and y'all can check their channels out. You know, and look for the new videos I got coming up too. Dre, you got any more Brazil videos popping?
I do, but I'm gonna just go on and just hold all that. Just use it for B-roll for when I do my voiceover show. I just use that for B-rolls. So I could put them out, but I might just do a raw video where I just take everything from every day and just put all the stuff that I didn't put through the daily videos. I might just do something like that. I just feel like taking a little break from doing the editing because it does, for 3 minutes you might edit 30 minutes. So I'm just taking me a little break right now, and I
Word.
probably and I probably start back after my Medellin trip, which is coming up on the 29th. There'll be some brothers that are probably in the chat room, probably on this panel that'll be there before me. And I'll be going to different places in Medellin. And if all goes well, we'll be doing some things in these other places of Medellin for the WT meetup in November. But I'm probably gonna just take me a little break right now. I'll probably start back probably at the beginning of the month. Once I figure out this whole live thing, how they got it set up. I probably just do a whole bunch of lives once I learn how to do the whole StreamYard thing right now.
All right, well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how to do it. It ain't that complex, man. You just gotta download StreamYard, and then it's gonna give you a code, and pretty much you put that. I'll tell you offline, man.
All
I
right.
just have to walk you through it, man. Uh, it ain't that complex, but I actually like this Screen Lab a lot better than the other one we was on because you can kind of control the thing a little better.
Right, but the screen share didn't work though.
Now the screen share. Let me try to do it. Let me see. Screen share. All right. All right. Let me see some. Is it working?
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing yours, but I ain't seeing mine.
Y'all see that?
Yeah.
That's some of that Brazil candy right there. Yeah. Yeah. OG.
Oh no, don't. He was supposed to be there. It looked like me right there.
That's the
Acting like
famous Andre Hart.
indeed, but yeah, your girl was nice, yo.
Yeah.
But
Uh-oh.
them motherfucker was all over. You know what I'm saying?
Word,
You
word.
got it. Just got to the point out there where you couldn't help yourself.
Mm.
Rio 2000, 2006, 2020, I mean. I'm taking y'all
Yeah, that
back
might
to
be.
the future.
Yeah, that might pop off this May. I'm either thinking going back for my birthday, because in May that's like when it's slow season. But I like going to a new country um when they're not having carnivals, when they're not having a large influx of travelers. There's always going to be an influx, a bunch of travelers there, but I like going there when it's just regular. You know what I'm saying? Where you get to
Word.
see the people how they are. And then also in May, if you like going to Medellin with how that weather is in May, like in the middle of the month, going forward, going all the way to the next season, that weather is comparable to that of Medellin. But how Medellin is, that's how it is all year round. Cause you gotta look at it, it wasn't really all that hot in Rio, like talking about it. Cause all
Nah,
that, you know,
it felt like Colombia. No,
yeah, but it all that rain comes like high rain now. It might rain hard, hard, hard like 3 months out of the year. And those 3 months is April, March, February. That's when I was getting all that footage of them landslides and all that.
word.
Shout out to
That's
Eric Chin. He said he'll be at Medellin on September the 9th. Oh man, you gonna miss me because I'll be leaving on the 5th. But I think OW is gonna be there till like a couple extra days. S93, no, you do not need an extra passport to get to Brazil. You just need your passport and about $900. Jay Clyde, you'll be in Medellin in August 22nd. How long you staying, bro? Please tell me you staying more than a week. Cause I get up with you when I touch down. I touch down on the 29th. You know, some of my mains out there know that I'll be touching down on the 30th. But I gotta have me one day of rest. And then when I wake up, I gotta make me a call for some pizza. You know what I'm saying? You
we
know.
gotta get Jay Clyde on the show, man. What I gotta do, Jay Clyde? You gotta tell these folk about Brazil, man. Jermaine, when you gonna make it out of Brazil, man?
Yo, listen, I'm trying to make that in 2020, man. I'm trying to do it, man.
Well,
See,
roll
you
with me,
done it.
man. I already got a group for May 2020, man.
I'm gonna
Should roll
try,
with it.
man. I'm gonna try.
You know, I was also thinking about something else as far as Brazil, as far as the meetup is concerned on this side of the planet. It look like, you know, they're gonna do the same thing on the Asia side. You know, I'm thinking about doing something different on the South American side. Like moving from Medellin to another place. I'm not gonna say exactly where because everybody will start complaining and this and that, but I'm gonna give it enough time to the point where you have at least 9 months to get your tickets. Because
Okay.
everybody wanna book everything at the last minute. But go ahead on it. I don't know why people do this. Want to get their plane ticket last? Get your plane ticket first, because your plane ticket price gonna change. Airbnb ain't changing.
Okay.
The Marriott ain't changing. You know what I'm saying? Chris Crawford says, Drees, do you need shots in order to go to Brazil? No, you do not need shots to go to Brazil. But if you're trying to go like from Brazil to Colombia, oh yeah, you're gonna need your shots, player. You go or they're gonna hold your ass up in the airport. Trust me on that. But going from the States to Brazil and back, you do not need shots.
On the shots you needed. Shots of that liquor, bro. Shots of
Yeah.
that liqueur.
But if you well one of their rebels in their break, you also might need shots at that point. Because for me,
Hmm.
it almost went left play. I thought it was all over.
If you go to the to the Brazil, I guess the rainforest area, hell yeah, you gonna need some shot. You know what I'm saying? If you go into that area of Brazil,
Well, I went ran through the jungle with S90. Hold on, S93 says how much to go to Colombia. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. My budget in Colombia be anywhere from $50 a day to $80 a day. You know, and so let's just say next month, well, this month, I'm gonna be there from the 29th to the 5th. So that's like from Thursday to Thursday. So I'm looking at having anywhere in between, you know, I, you know, what is that? Maybe $400 to $600. I'm going out there with about seven to make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Chris say Colombian rubbers are the truth. Nah, player.
Columbia rubs are the truth. Oh man, I had to use one of them joints, and I was at one spot, bro. Man, I'm telling you, man. Hey, I felt like I was 12 years old or something, man. You know, some baby rubbers, man. Shit. Shit, but each his own. If it worked for you, it worked for you.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, shit, I wouldn't recommend that shit.
That's 93. Let's just say I wouldn't recommend that shit. Just like Richard said. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
unless you plan on trying to be OBGYN and you need something to cover your fingers, just go and bring your own Magnus Trojans and Durex if you got it.
Well,
You know?
he probably maybe there's a certain brand he's saying that it might be, yeah, like Steven said, hit that Walmart. I go to Walmart. Hey, this video is sponsored by Magnum. Hey, I go to
Make sure
Walmart
to
and get
check the
that
check.
32 pack for $15, man. Can't beat it. Word.
But if you can, the best condoms you can find, you get you some skins at the sex shop if you're close to it. But Walmart will do just as good. Walgreens. That's my main. Walmart,
Yeah.
Greens, anywhere like that. You know.
Said dry them up, man. You gotta have some lube for them girls.
Yeah, I got me a pack. I got me a little bottle. You know.
Yeah. Hey, I'd rather get my condoms from Walmart, man, because sometimes with the internet, man, you might be dealing with like they might have, sometimes when the internet, you don't know where that stuff is coming from. Especially Amazon, you could be getting some bootleg stuff, man, or some stuff they had in stock for a long time. They trying to get rid of it.
Right. That's the girl that's gonna be bringing me peace. So they got
Word.
a nice little setup on the pepperoni out there. So gonna get some pepperoni and ham delivered. You know.
But man, what's on your mind, my brother? What's on your mind, man? You was in Colombia for like some months, man. What happened, my brother? Your visa
Well,
ran out?
no, actually, I did not have a visa. So
Oh,
if you don't have a visa, the maximum you can stay in Colombia in a calendar year is 6 months. So I had to come back here, but that was my plan to come back here, make some money and then go back to Colombia. So right now, what I'm doing is I go ahead and I do a couple of months here and then go back to Colombia until I can get a permanent visa to stay in Colombia. Now, there's only a few options that you have to get a permanent visa to stay in Colombia. You can either get a student visa, which means you coming out your pocket paying for a university, which wouldn't be beneficial to me. You can marry someone, which still wouldn't be beneficial to me right now, or you can buy property at 100,000 or more and get a resident visa, apply for resident visa. So those three options are basically the only three options you have, and those aren't beneficial to me right now. So I'll do my 6 months here. I'll do my 6 months maximum per year in Colombia, and then I'll come back to the States
oh,
until I meet the person I'm gonna marry, if I'm gonna get married again. Because one thing I have to remind you, I was married once before, and I got divorced. So I'm not too keen to jump in the marriage thing, even if it's just to get a visa. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Oh yeah, or a pension visa. That was I didn't mention that, but someone here in the chat room said a pension visa, and I'm not collecting a pension right now. Don't let the white hair fool you. I still can't get a pension yet.
Right. Right. S93 asks, "What's better, Colombia or Brazil?" It's three people on this panel that can answer that question or give their thought process about it. Uh, in my opinion, everything that you could do in Colombia, you could do in Rio alone. You know, but the women are just as beautiful and things of that nature. And like I said in my last Dree Speaks post, that's why you got what's going on in Sasua. If you go look at the scripts in Copacabana, the scripts in the scripts in Parquietas and Cartagena, where the clock tower is, that man is seeing that over there and realizing to himself, maybe I need to get these women to get on a ball, and they can start dressing like women and looking decent. You know, so far as Brazil versus Colombia, oh man, it's both of them are monsters. Let me just say that right now. But you got a little bit more freedom to do things in Colombia. You know, it's just a little bit more sketchy in certain places. If you go look on my channel, you can see the sketchiness. I was running into all types of shit left and right. I was running into trannies, old folks that was trying to abuse me. I'm not putting that video out. Uh, and I was running into all kind of things, but it's all kind of shit out there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what you're laughing at, nigga. You seen everything they had to see. You know what I'm saying? And you finna go run and tell some other shit you ain't heard yet. But I get your player. But who has better weed, Colombia or Brazil? Neither. Both of them are smoking that brown. You know, I like to send a shout out to Errol Chin, my latest subscriber. I like to thank you. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want to see what happened with me while I was out there, just go on my channel and just go through the whole Brazil thing. You'll see everything that I did day by day by day. You know, anti-gravity said, "What did the old folks want from you? The old folks wanted dick from me. That's all. That's the only way I can explain it. You know what I'm saying?" Coach 32 says, "Dreams, will you be holding Sunday service at New Life Baptist?" Uh, on that Sunday, it all it all depends, man. Because on that Sunday, this would be a barbecue, but we've had a monkey wrench in the program, and you know, it may not be a barbecue at all. But if it's not no barbecue, yes, I will be holding Sunday service, and I will be bringing them to the altar, you know, for a little sermon. You know what I'm saying? Anti Gravity 74 said, "What's your channel, Drees?" My channel is drehart / YouTube. DRE space HART. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? I put it in the chat room for y'all, man.
All right, go over there, hit the subscribe button, and share the channel, man. OW, you got yourself on mute. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you knew that, but you had yourself on mute.
You over there laughing at me. That's what he do.
Yeah, I had to mute myself. I was over here joked out, man. Drees, bro, you missed your call, and you should have been a stand-up comedian, bro. Oh man. Oh, I want to ask Domain a question. Just one quick question, Domain.
What's up?
I heard you speak on that you were married. I don't really recall us having that conversation, but the question in reference to that is, I hear that you go back and forth from Colombia 6 months out of the 12 months out of the year. If you were to consider getting married again, do you think getting married in Colombia as opposed to the Matrix USA would be a better option?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would get married if I did get married again. It would be Colombia. Economically, it's a better option. Things will cost that much less.
Okay, got it.
That's the bottom line.
Right.
If I ever do get married again, it ain't gonna be in this country.
You know, I share the same sentiment because I'm getting around that age. But I was like, would I get married in the United States? I'd be like, no, I just go ahead and slip my wrist. But if there was an option outside of that, I'm serious, man. You see these laws out here, man. You know, they're completely against you. Right? Y'all like,
Exactly.
okay, what do I stand to gain if I get married here? And I ask myself this sometimes, and I just can't find a good answer. And I'm looking for it. So I stopped looking, and I was like, another country? So I wanted to ask someone who's actually been married, or maybe has some experience with the process of getting married in another country. What was their opinion? And you pretty much answered that question just now.
Yeah, the first time, yeah, the first marriage I had, I did in another country. It was in Canada. So the
Okay.
thing is, she already had a Canadian citizenship. She was originally from Ethiopia, but she had Canadian citizenship, and it was easier for her to come back and forth to the States. But for us to apply for her green card, it took about 18 months to get that green card for her to be apply for permanent residence. Had I applied for a fiance visa and brought her here and got married, she would have got that green card much quicker, like in a couple of weeks. But since we got married outside the
Okay.
country, it took 18 months. Yeah, 18 months before she finally got that green card and that permanent residence.
Word, word.
It's like a year and a half. Okay.
Yeah, a year and a half.
And thanks, man. Just thanks for answering that question.
You're
Don't bring
welcome,
her
no
back
problem.
to the States.
Yeah,
There are some people
that's
who will argue that opinion, but it's nuts.
true. That's not a true state. Trees. What's the difference in women? I guess he's asking about the difference from the Brazilian side to the Colombian side. Uh, like I say, both of them are masters, man. Both of them are cleanly. You know, both of them. They 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 own their hygiene. You know what I'm saying? You can go to the poorest spots of both countries. You could go into the favelas of Rio. You could go into the comunas of Medellin. You see people left and right. You know, healthy, not smoking. You know, got braces. You know, got their own hair. Their skin be tight. You know, I met a bitch up there in comuna number. I think it's number 4. I think number 4 is San Francisco, if I ain't mistaken. That 7-7, she look every bit of 40. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, both of them some attractive people and overall, it's way more healthy people, out there. 'Cause I was in Santo Domingo and you see people having little small cows or little skinny cows, and you taking the cow, seeing there's a whole bunch of cattle walking around without all that shit in them that uh that we used to here in the States. Being that deep, you know what I'm saying? So you see a lot of just to let you know, I'll be showing you that when I be going back to Medellin, and as far as Rio, I'll show you more of Rio due to the fact that I know how to get around with myself when I go back out there next year. Hey, I don't take this question, but someone asked, what is the panel's thought on traveling in Thailand? I'll be honest with you, player. I'm still happy to be this side of the planet. You know, I'm over there eventually, but I ain't trying to go to Thailand first. I'm trying to go to where they got people look like me. You know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts on traveling to Thailand. Anybody else have those thoughts?
Mm, I mean, I've never been there, but I mean, if it's a place that you want to go to check it out, yeah, I would say check it out. I mean, I preferably I preferably like to travel to places that got people that look more like me personally. But yeah, check out Thailand if it's a place you might be interested in.
And do you work online today?
Yes, I do Google Hangout classes online.
All right, there you go. Chris Crawford says, I only see a few women that were thick and county. Like I said, reason why you gonna have a lot of people that they gotta walk up the hills and all that. Number one, with a lot of they meet, so and another thing about Colombia, I never seen an ugly Colombian. Have y'all? Have y'all seen the ugly Colombian?
I mean, I've
Nah,
seen.
I've seen some disfigured people, but that was due to like some unfortunate circumstances. But just to see an ugly Colombian walking around, just messed up out here in this world, I I can't really say. Then again, I wasn't really looking for him to be honest with you. So no, I'm just gonna leave it as that. But nah, I can ask Coasty 32 questions. Coasty, I don't want to go to Thailand or anywhere in Asia. That's my thoughts on it.
And one last thought about Thailand. I don't know about y'all, but y'all remember those little worms on Men in Black? That's
You
what.
wrong, bro. I know where you're going, Drees, bro. I know where you're going, man. How you sleep at night, bro? Dang, you didn't put people alone. Damn.
I'm just
No
saying,
filter. You see what I'm saying? No filter.
but it's like I couldn't. I would spend all day trying to find one that I would be actually attracted to. You know what I'm saying? Now, I have seen a couple of Asians that when it got body work done, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit was yes, I am dead wrong. I am dead wrong. What? You know what I'm saying?
Get him.
You know what I'm saying? But Chris Crawford says I saw a few, but not like the Matrix. It's the norm here. Stand outside any Walmart, man. Yeah, stand outside of any. You can stand outside of anywhere except for like a ballet. All right, Charlie. Charlie Travel. I saw that. I'm glad you retracted that. I ain't drunk. I'm just drinking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't drunk. You trying to stuff some shit, Charlie. I mean, you trying to stuff some stuff, Charlie. You know what I'm saying? But you can stand everywhere outside of everywhere except outside of a Planet Fitness, and you know, to see fat chicks. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't drunk, man. So I gotta keep my ass asleep before I can be late. Yeah, I gotta get up for it at 4. This forklift from driving is a motherfucker. I sit on the forklift all day. Coach 32 says,
Got it.
man, how did you like your trip to Cuba?
Oh man, I love my trip to Cuba. The only thing about Cuba is because of the communist government, you have limited options. So let me give you an example. There might be some restaurants you go to and they might be short on some supplies. Some restaurants I went to, they were like, oh, sorry, we ran out of pepper, but we got plenty of salt. I don't use too much salt with my food. Uh, when it comes to Cuba, you have to buy a card, go to an area that has Wi-Fi, you scratch off the card, and then you put in your code and log into the Wi-Fi. It's just not like free Wi-Fi everywhere in Colombia. Like if you say, "Oh, you got Wi-Fi here," they say, "Yeah, what's the code?" And you log onto the Wi-Fi. It's free. So for Cuba, you pay for your Wi-Fi. Cuba, extremely hot. Like I guess, well, like Dominican Republic. However, it was just seen for me probably because I didn't bring that many shorts. It was hotter. But Cuba, I loved it. Cuba is a very safe place. The police, the government, they do not play messing with tourists. Cuba is one of the safest tourist destinations to go to in this hemisphere. Will I go back to Cuba? Yes, I will go back. I plan on going back to Cuba. I love Cuba. I want to get back there, and I want to definitely get back there before the United States changes the government and do any invasion because it may just change the atmosphere and the environment. But yes, Cuba, I loved it.
Indeed, indeed. How many different currencies they have down in Cuba?
Okay, Cuba, they got two different currencies. Hold on, give me 1 second here.
As the man steps away from his chair to get his currency, and we'll be right back. And we are back.
All right, so I'm gonna try to hold it up so you can see it real good. So they got the Cuban peso.
OW. Damn, who is that?
So that's the Cuban peso. And then they have the CUC.
The kook.
Yeah, the CUC. They have the Cuban peso and the CUC. So the CUC, this one I'm holding now, is the equivalent to $1 US. So for 5 CUC, that equals $5 US. And then for the Cuban peso, which most of the local people use, it's 24 to 1. So the thing is, what's the best thing to do if you're going to Cuba and you're coming from the US is to go to your bank, purchase euros, and then do the exchange in euros. Because if you use US dollars to do the exchange, they're going to hit you with a 15% fee.
Right.
And your bank card will not work out there, so everything is going to be in cash in Cuba. Unless you're coming from Europe or you're coming from another country other than the United States. Now,
So with
maybe if
that,
you're coming from Canada, your bank card will work out there, but the U.S. bank cards will not work out there in Cuba.
I don't blame
You say that again?
out everything. You know, I don't blame. Any more questions, everybody? As a matter of fact, let me scroll up the chat room. We have a nice show going on tonight. We got Devane, we got Open, we got Richard Bush. You know, I'm talking to a bit. He just decided to leave us. So I guess we just gonna keep on talking from now on. We're gonna be back up to the top of the chapter where we started at. You know, and you
So
know, oh, go ahead.
it says here, Cuba is like living in 1940. Okay, so I've never lived in 1940. I know I'm older, but I'm not that old. And that sounds like a comment that someone who has never been to Cuba would say, because it was definitely not 1940. They had internet. They had three prong plugs, and they did not have blackouts in Cuba. So if your money runs out, maybe you can get someone to Western Union. They have Western Union in Cuba. You can get someone to Western Union you money in Cuba, but U.S. credit cards will not work, or nor U.S. debit cards.
Right, right,
So in Cuba, I would say, depending on your lifestyle, what you want to do, I would estimate about for every day that you're there, you could say you want to plan on maybe, so you don't run out of money, plan on spending $100 a day. I mean, I did not spend that much money, but if somebody's worried about running out of money, then say about $100 a day and you'd be good to go.
right, right, right. Shout out to Ryan G. He says, by American standards, most Dominicans who make a decent wage are still poor. So what's the difference? For me, the difference is that the pay scale is different, and what they see is they getting their paper, they getting it. That's what it is for them. You know what I'm saying? Well, we see it as we getting that paper, we getting it out the mud. That's what it is for us. The pay scale is different. You know what I'm saying? So when you go at a girl in Brazil and she tell you 150 reais for for an hour, you know, you give her that 150 reais, you know, she feeling like she on top of the world. But you realize it, you just gave this woman less than $40 for, for a Bible study. I guess both of y'all are on top of the world at that point. But the pay scales are completely different from country to country. But the American dollar is a majority of what they trade with all over the earth. So the American dollar was that at that point is the strongest thing to use. So it's all about pay scale at that point. You know. Also, like send a shout out to Yoga again, Big Marcus again, S93 again, Jackson Jeter, I see you, Saint Gang Gang. You know, thanks for coming to watch us running
Can
that
I
game.
ask?
Go ahead.
Can I ask sincere? Can I ask sincere a question?
Go ahead, sure.
Um, the dialect of Espanol in Cuba as opposed to Medellin, is there a big difference like it is with Dominican Republic and Colombia? Because they was having a discussion in a group, and I knew this myself. I never heard the word que lo que used in Colombia. That's like a strictly a Dominican thing. So I'm just wondering, does it vary like the la idioma from Cuba to Medellin?
Uh, the language, el idioma, does not vary, but the dialect will change. It will be like someone who comes from Massachusetts and someone who comes from Mississippi, or someone who comes from California and someone who comes from New York. You're going to hear the difference, and they're going to use different slang words. Now, as far as the the speed, the Cubans talk. I would say Cubans talk faster than Dominicans, but for Colombians, they're more enunciated. I would say out of all three, because like I said, I've been to Cuba, I lived in DR, I lived in Colombia. So the Colombians, they're more enunciated in their words.
Yeah. Speaking of words, if y'all used to DR, y'all go to Colombia with that Kilo K shit, they gonna run your ass out of there with that.
Yeah, they like, what are you talking about, buddy?
You would have that time. Yeah, exactly. Kilo K, why? They gonna get you stupid in the mouth.
They're gonna be like, we don't do that here.
Like you got
Right.
they gonna act like you got picante sauce in New York City.
Is that from around here?
Go down and tell my que pasa, que pasa.
It's something else, but I get it.
¿Qué le está pasando?
Exactly.
All right, y'all, we about to go live on Dre's show now. I want to tell y'all good night.
I don't know how to do the live yet, so I'm gonna just say mine for tomorrow.
Man, you can do that shit.
Like Jose say, I'm tired of you Negroes. Y'all gotta go home. You can't stay here, but you gotta go home. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get out of here, Negro.
Yeah, that's what you be saying. That's what you be saying, boy.
T Love, I see you.
All right, fellas, it was nice.
T Love,
Right,
Chris Crawford,
Hey,
S93.
What's that, Playboy? What it do?
You still want to do that tonight?
Man, I'm wide open, dog. I don't gotta go to work till about 10:30. As long as I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, I'm Gucci, player. We can do it.
All right, well, you gonna have to school me how to do the thing, man. We probably go ahead on to do that tonight.
Oh, I gotta school you? Well, man, I never tried it yet, dude. I hit double R over there.
Richard Rich got a school go
the genius.
I'll show you how to do it, man.
Take us to school, double R.
School us, man.
Schooly D, man.
Sensei.
What's up?
Oh, I was messing with double R. You the original sensei. He's sensei number 2. He gonna show us how to do this shit tonight.
Hey, Jackie said be in Colombia November 2nd through the 17th. Man.
I'm gonna try. Like I said, I plan on when I get down. I'm going down there in September, so I'll be there through September through like until the new year.
When you going? What's the date you going?
I didn't get my ticket yet, but it's gonna be in September.
Oh, so you gonna miss the? Hold on. Oh, okay. So you gonna still be there in November?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. So I'm gonna still be there. When I get there in September, I'm gonna stay until through to the next year. So I'll be there in November.
Oh, okay. All right. So we gotta do that meetup, man. I gotta go and get my tickets, man.
whoever don't know about it, you better let them know.
Hey, now you know, knuckle. Just like Biggie Small say.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, when y'all come on here, man, listen, people in the chat, don't be asking about them prices, man. Y'all trying to get us jammed up.
Oh, don't do that.
Yes.
Man, they still on that there? Oh, man.
That's why
they offer consultations for that, y'all. Y'all could pay one of those brothers to give y'all a consultation. Y'all can get all the prices y'all want. Just saying. Shameless plug.
Small
Yeah, man.
degrees.
I mean, if y'all fella look, if y'all traveling for the first time, or if you never been to such place, and y'all just want to, a lot of guys just want to ask all the little questions and shit. But y'all gotta remember, man, like sometimes I don't get any emails. Sometimes I get, 5 or 6 in one day. And I mean, like if you want to ask 1,000 questions, man, just, we ask for donation. We're not telling you got to pay this and that. Only thing we saying is just support the channel. We'll support y'all. So that's how I look at it. I mean, other people look at it differently, but I just look at it like shit, man. If I have 20 motherfuckers asking me the same questions, man, like, damn, bro, you can't get everything free, man. Help donate to brother cause, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. How you feel about it, Drees?
Please contact R&R and Drees Travelers Consultation Firm for consultation on travel to Sosua as well as the Medellin, respectively. Also, Rio and other places. Just make sure you contact R&R and Drees Travelers Consultation. Thank you.
You sound like a commercial and shit.
Oh, don't worry about it. Somebody said I was drunk. I'm glad you said I'm drunk. I might have to concentrate, and once I find your name again and find that comment, I'm gonna concentrate on you for about 5 seconds. You'll cut this damn channel.
Shout out to I've been calling you Charlie Travel, but I'm finally seeing your name is Charlie. Charlie? I guess it is Charlie Travel. Okay, just a unique way of spelling it. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate that super chat, man.
All
Tim
right,
Hill
well,
said, which one is better, man? Sasua or Brazil, Dre?
man, you must be smoking.
That's
Come
like
on.
saying which one is better, man? Uh, one rule versus a whole damn country. Like, I mean, I don't know. You know, it's hard to compare them two, man. Like,
that's not a fair comparison.
Not at all. I mean, they would try to compare Medellin to Sosua. That's
That's
not a fair
that's not a
comparison.
fair comparison.
Cause Rio is like, you know, like five Medellins. It take 2.5 hours to go from one side of Rio to the other side. So, that's,
Woo!
yeah. Rio by itself is like a third of DR. The entire, I ain't talking about, it's like a third of DR and Haiti. That whole Hado Island. So it's very difficult. And then Sao Paulo is even bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's
yeah,
not you. You could try to. You can't even compare Sosua to like Copacabana. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much shit going on in Copacabana. Just being in Copacabana could get you set up to go to other places in the city because everybody comes to Copacabana to do their little hustling and their referencing and things that ain't need you. You know what I'm saying? So you could go on Copacabana Beach and then find yourself at Christ the Redeemer. You go to Copacabana Beach and find yourself in Tijuca, like I did. You know what I'm saying? And J. Clyde, I don't know if you've been to Tijuca, but man, if you thought you could get things for the lower Copacabana, oh, you could definitely get things for the lower out in Tijuca. Food, weed, coke. Well, I can't say none of that, but you get stuff definitely lower out there. You know what I'm saying?
the man, you been to Cartagena before?
Yeah, I've been to Cartagena. I've been to Cartagena, Cali, Medellin, Bogota,
I got a
and
question for you.
what's the question?
Sasua versus Cartagena. I don't think that's a fair
That's
comparison.
not fair either.
Yeah, I would honestly say that's not fair either because Cartagena is going to be bigger, a lot more. Cartagena is an older city. Sosúa is a small town. Cartagena is a big city. It's like 500,000 people, Cartagena. So everything you're looking for, everything that Sosua has to offer, Cartagena has it times, I would say times 10.
Man, that's
And
more than that.
when it comes to dealing with women in Colombia as opposed to Dominican Republic, women in Colombia are more reserved, so they're more relaxed in their approach as opposed to Dominican Republic women when they're more aggressive and
Yo, we might do a big party place in Colombia, Stephen. Last year we had a 5-bedroom penthouse, but I think this year we gotta top that, man. We gotta get like a mansion, like a 10-bedroom
No,
joint.
no, we just have to do the same exact thing again. We don't have to do no better. You know, everybody know us out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
And when we go out there this time, you gotta have you one of these, man. You know, I gotta give you the link to put that into the chat room too. You gotta have this to be there, dog. Cause I'm gonna set it up to the point where if you got one of these, you might get you a discount on Bible study. You know, you can get you a good lesson.
hey, well, anyhow, man, shoot. I'm about to end this shit, bro. So
all right, good guy.
I know y'all some night warriors. Y'all try to be up all night long, all
Uh,
night.
all right.
All
All right, Sensei, man. Peace to you, Sensei, bro. It's good seeing you again, man.
right, good guys. Good seeing you. I
Just
guess I'll see you.
wanted, I'm taking some domains classes, and oh yeah, I'm just giving you some props right quick. And anybody there listening, if you're thinking about learning Spanish, go to domains class. I've taken his classes before. To be honest, the man is more fluent than some freaking native speaking people in Colombia. So just putting it out there, he's worth his salt as a teacher.
Word. He do
That's
that
why I call him
online.
Sensei.
He does it online, fellas. You ain't gotta leave your crib. And like I said, when we was in Colombia, man, he was translating for the translator. So, so he definitely on point with it. He translated for the translator. I'm like, damn, translator, I'm finna find your ass.
By the time we went to the dentist.
Word. Yeah. He was translating for the translator, you know, 'cause sometimes them people speak fast as shit, man, you know.
Yeah, when they go too fast, I get lost. You know, and that's when I gotta pull that one sentence out on to let them know I don't know none of that shit they talking about. You know what I'm saying? But before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to S93, Big King Kingston, and L Chin once again, my latest subscribers. Thank you, Richard Rich, for being that through way for which they came. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Hey, his Clyde say, he said them high ass Brazil tickets, it cut down on the nonsense. Keep the knuckleheads up out of it. I agree, it does. Going to Brazil, you
But
better
what
do like I did, boy. You better
you got?
trick the system.
Yeah, you gotta fly one way to the hub, man, and
If
just
y'all want
fly.
to know how I got a cheap ticket, go through my videos. I got a video on how I got a ticket less than $500 to Brazil. If y'all want to know how to do it, go to my channel. I got a video on it. I'm not gonna give it to you right now. Just go to the video, check it out. Got you. But yeah, man. Good night, man. We're gonna keep going, man. I'm about to hit this red button, man.
All right, good guys. Good to see you. I guess
Hey,
I'll
hit the
see
like
everybody in
button, fellas.
November.
Definitely, man. I'm gonna see you earlier, man. You in Atlanta, man.
Yeah, I'll be back down there. I'm in Pennsylvania right now with family, but I'll be back down.
That's all right. I'll see
One
you when
day,
you get back out here. Peace.
Send that link. Where's the link for the shirt?
I'm gonna send it to you, player.
All right.
All right,
All right.
peace.
Peace.
Good night, everybody. Good night.